गुज़श्ता एक हफ्ते से जो पाकिस्तान के सियासी मंजरनामे में बड़ी खबर है वो है ब्रॉडशीट कंपनी के CEO कावे मुसावी का वो इंटरव्यू, जिसमें अब सीरीज़ ऑफ इंटरव्यू सामने आ चुके हैं, जिसमें उन्होंने पाकिस्तान की हुक्मरान अशराफिया किस तरह पाकिस्तान में कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ करती रही अपने इक़्तिदार को बचाने के लिए, जिसमें सर फहरिस्त थे परवेज़ मुशर्रफ साहब, और उसके बाद फिर सिलसिला शुरू हो गया। ब्रॉडशीट कंपनी के साथ पहले मुआहदा किया परवेज़ मुशर्रफ साहब ने, ताकि वो लोग जिन्होंने दौलत पाकिस्तान से लूट कर बाहर लेकर गए उनकी दौलत को आइडेंटिफाई किया जाए, फिर उसको वापस पाकिस्तान लाया जाए। लेकिन परवेज़ मुशर्रफ साहब ने खुद ही 3 साल के अंदर उस मुआहदे को यकतरफा तौर पर ख़त्म कर दिया। मेरे साथ प्रोग्राम में मौजूद एक्सक्लूसिवली ब्रॉडशीट कंपनी के CEO कावे मुसावी साहब, जो लंदन से हमें ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं। थैंक यू सो मच मिस्टर मुसावी।
Good afternoon to you.
Thank you so much. So let's start from the recent development. Prime Minister Imran Khan has stated yesterday that government of Pakistan will now officially write to you to share the whole details what actually happened in 2003 and the post scenario. And the interview was on aired on Bold News. Will you cooperate with the government of Pakistan if they want to know the facts and details you have?
Of course.
Okay, so what kind of formal arrangements would you like to have? Should Prime Minister or the government of Pakistan write a letter to you, or should there be a new agreement to carry on?
I'm looking for simple transparency. That's all, and I have every reason to believe that Prime Minister Imran Khan will abide by that request. I've seen nothing to the contrary so far. It's a breath of fresh air, the difference between Imran's approach and the previous governments. I am very willing to and happy to oblige the Prime Minister and the new government. My only criteria is full transparency. That's all.
So let's assume that if Prime Minister or government of Pakistan requests you to let's start from where it ended in 2003. Let's resume the identification of stolen assets, the stolen wealth from the national exchequer of Pakistan, which is parked in different countries of the world. So let's resume from 2003. Will it be possible for you to resume it from 2003?
Well, a lot of the money has gone. It's been stolen. We alerted NAB and they alerted the thieves and they removed the money. I've given some examples on television interviews. A great deal more is in the judgment of Sir Anthony Evans. And so what I can't guarantee is those specific monies, but I can certainly guarantee that given the vast amount of money that's been stolen from the people of Pakistan, I can certainly guarantee that we'll be able to recover some of it. Yes, of course.
So you have expertise of doing all this, and you have dealt with half a dozen governments like Mexico, Iran, and few other in several past years. But how did you find the past regimes of Pakistan, and how do you compare them with the rest of the world?
Should we say we learn something new every day? No matter how experienced you are, there's something new to be learned every day. And I learned a lot about corruption and the way not to fight it with the previous administrations in Pakistan. If I were to summarize, I'd say putting the fox in charge of the chickens is not the way to fight corruption. There are certain signs you see straight away on the starting block whether a government is serious about fighting corruption or not. And one of those is they launch into a fire of attack and libel and slander against the whistleblower. This particular government of Imran Khan hasn't done that at all. And I must say, that's a breath of fresh air to see that there's a difference in this government. In Mexico, when I blew the lid on a major air traffic control corruption scandal, which the mafia drug cartels were trying to control the air traffic control of Mexico. The Mexican government, instead of focusing on that, they attacked me. And I had to have round-the-clock police protection in Britain, armed police protection from the wrath of the corrupt government of Mexico. I have not had that experience with the government of Imran Khan. Quite the contrary. I sense they certainly haven't libeled me and slandered me. Well, the utterances of that fool Shahzad Akbar are I think, to be separated from the position of the government. I think his idea that I've been skimming. He obviously hasn't done his work to take money from NAB. NAB is supposed to have in its coffers only money that's stolen money, and it's money that's recovered. So I've been skimming from the thieves rather than from the government, if that's what it's saying. But because I've seen no attacks, and that's a good indication that at least the intention of Imran Khan's government is to go after the thieves. Whether they'll succeed or not, only the future will tell. I mean, it's a political minefield. I can see that he has to negotiate, and my salutations and best wishes and good luck. And of course, I will be more than happy to assist in any shape or form that I am asked to assist with.
Right. Mr. Musavi, the political party of Asif Ali Zardari and the political party of Nawaz Sharif and his brother both have been claiming and they have been vowing with the people of Pakistan that they are pro-accountability. They want to run the anti-corruption drive and the accountability drive. But whenever they came in power, they never did it. So did you find any seriousness in the regimes from 2008 to 2018 that they were serious for the accountability drive in Pakistan?
None whatsoever. I found plenty of evidence of exactly the contrary. I mean, I had individual intermediaries who come to see me to try and stop me from investigating Asif Zardari and Nawaz Sharif and various other people. The idea that those two governments were serious in fighting corruption is laughable. I mean, I would laugh if the consequences were not so catastrophic for the poor and long-suffering people of Pakistan, who are my true masters and my employers. I would laugh, but in this instance, because the consequences, death, disease, starvation, I'm not going to laugh, no.
Mr. Musavi, Nawaz Sharif and his party is claiming that the BroadSheet decision by the British court has actually exonerated Sharifs, and here there is a loud clap for them from their party, and they are making it a political victory in the masses. So is it true that, or he is telling lie to the people of Pakistan?
Well, the court did nothing of the sort. The exoneration that they refer to is the BroadSheet's not pressing the charge on the properties in Avonfield. And the reason why we didn't is because we found other money, cash money, that would satisfy the court judgment. The judgment was for approximately $30 million. That's what we're looking for. We found we found sufficient assets in the course of that investigation that we let those properties go. So that's the true answer. When the Nawaz Sharif spin machine is portraying this as something different, that's all it is. It's a spin machine working. I mean, they're past masters at lying. Why not add another one?
सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल दबाएं ताकि कोई खबर रह न जाए।